as you're teaching this and want to teach more on this, I'm also wondering, how did you become clear, or how did you explore what your skills and gifts and talents were? Like when I think about, for example, let's use your comedy.
Mm.
You use humor to subvert oppressive systems. How did you know that that was one of your gifts?
I've had a lot of people tell me for a really long time that, wow, Dee, you're really funny. And I'm like, oh, thanks, blah, blah, blah. Like, I wasn't very pretty in high school, so I had to develop a personality in a very self-deprecating Canadian type of humor. Um, and I also noticed that you can say some hard truths when it's funny. Like people don't shut when folks feel guilty, oof, they shut down deep, like fast, so fast. When people feel guilty, they shut down very quickly and they don't want to hear anything else. And my comedy is telling my story about like horrific colonization and attempted assimilation and genocide. And I tell it in such a way that people are like, you're really funny. And I learned so much. And I think about, I didn't have the confidence. Like if you had a told a 20, my eldest daughter's 20, almost 21. If you had have told me at 21, like if you had have told me 20 years ago that this is where I was going to be right here, right now, I never would have believed you. This is my most wildest version of the dream of what I thought I was going to be when I was an adult. Uh, and I just had people like, once I found the people who believed in me and saw me and heard me and trusted me and loved me and cared for me, when they started telling me, "Hey, you're really funny," or "Hey, you're really good at like talking. You're very good at teaching." I believed them because I was like, a lot of people are saying this, so it must not be a lie. Like people aren't just going to tell you this to make you feel good. Like when we first met our former boss, Crystal was such a huge supporter of like all of the things I did. Like would actually like, "Hey, I really want you to go and do this talk. Hey, I really want you to go and do this thing." And she was like one of those initial sort of mentor type people who really like sort of gave me permission to start using my voice and start being who I am. And then, I started teaching 7 years ago. And it was because one of my former teachers was like, "Hey, have you ever thought about teaching?" And I was like, "What are you talking about? Who would want me as a teacher? That doesn't even make sense." And I've been doing it for 7 years. And I have students all the time be like, "I don't even come to school, but you're my favorite this is my favorite class. I'm always in your class." And so I think it was others believing in me until I started believing in myself. That really were like my cheerleaders. And like I think about my two best friends who are like my sisters, like my chosen family. And without them and without their support, like I don't know. I don't know if I would do half the things that I do. Like, really. Maybe I would, but I don't think it would be, I don't know. I think it'd just be a different version of this. And I don't know if it would be as cool without them beside me and without my partner being my cheerleader and without, my kids like secretly. being proud of all of the things that I do. Like they're never going to tell, oh my God, they're never going to tell me. Like, I'm super proud that you're a burlesque dancer, mom. Like, no, you know, but they do tell other people.
Yeah.
And so like they're also proud of the things I do. And so I like, you know, I think about it and like I just want my kids to be proud of me in like not in this way, like I just want them to be proud of their mom, you know? Like I think all, maybe not all parents. I want to be a parent where my children are proud of me. That they're proud of like the things that I've accomplished for our community and also how I've loved them.
And you made it.
I'm I I'm here. I'm here. Right here right now is really cool and I wouldn't change a thing.